Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the iNaturalist from the Asia Nature Challenge. And I'll say we are very glad to have Pasindu as our lead speaker today. Pasindu is a field biologist and citizen science advocate from Sri Lanka, and he has an extensive experience in biodiversity monitoring across urban, suburban, and all natural ecosystems. Uh, he's also the president of the Young Biologist Association and head of zoology research and conservation for the Young Youth Wing of Wildlife and Nature Protection Society. His association's name, Young Biologist Association, was also featured in the recent TED talk by the lead of iNaturalist Scott Lowry in his TED talk. So an amazing job done by his association so far, and like as always, he leads many research initiatives focused on diverse faunal groups and ecosystem interactions. And he's deeply passionate about documenting biodiversity, educating others on conservation, and he has been deeply involved with promoting citizen science platforms like iNaturalist across not only Sri Lanka but even abroad as well. His articles and his work has been featured in Mongabe. He has been appreciated, and his work has also been shared by many other iNaturalist staff member and the team member on iNaturalist forums. And you will see him as one of the leading names on promoting iNaturalist at different places. So today we are very glad to have Pasindu joining us on this session. So I'd give it over to Pasindu to take us through this journey of how one can start by contributing to iNaturalist, and then we'll talk about how we can contribute to the Asian Nature Challenge. So over to you, Pasindu.
Thank you so much, Ram, for the warm welcome, and I'm really happy to be speaking here and give a fresh start for you all to go together with ANC Asian Next Challenge. So let's start uh, without wasting more time. Let's straight go for the presentation. So I will today actually give you a fresh start to iNaturalist. If you don't know anything about using iNaturalist, today you can go for it. And I'm not going to go into much deep into details, but I will go how you can get good and clear photos and how you can give more value for your observations and how you can be a really good iNatter in words. So let's move on. And actually you all know that iNaturalist is collecting biological data, especially photographs and even the call records and different kind of things. Like why all these people collect these biological data? Because as we all know, monitoring this ecosystem, this diverse ecosystem takes so much effort, so much time, so much money, and it can't be done by just by scientists. So this is where citizens come because we all live in this world. We all deal with the natural world in our daily day-to-day life. So this is where the citizens can contribute to science, and iNaturalist is a bridge between this area, and that's what it called a citizen science platform, the bridge between scientists and citizens. So as you know, climate change and habitat destruction is over. It's happening for over 1 million species to face extinction. If you are in the tropical region, you're really familiar with these things, how species going extinction and how our own human beings acting crazy with biodiversity and how each day and moving these species into extinction. So this is why biodiversity data and monitoring and collecting these in a proper ways and making these data pools is more necessary. So this is where INSP steps in. Actually, this is for the moment actually was largest citizen science platform, iNaturalist. So this is where iNaturalist is coming and contributing to data, science, conservation, and all this, and coming with solutions and data. So this is simply all the things that I say to you when all things come together. This is the photo I can actually show you that words really can't explain this thing. You can simply see the citizens contribute to science. Simply that's what happening, and that's what you guys are also doing here, and come and joining with ANC Asian Nature Challenge. So iNaturalist mission is to connect people, nature, and advance biodiversity science and conservation. As I told you, people, that means citizens, collect data, and those data will be gathered by the scientists. They will look at those, and they will do various of different subjects studies and to conserve these diverse ecosystems. So this is where actually iNaturalist mission is coming so successful when it's come to nowadays. Actually, iNaturalist was just something really small piece. As I remember, this was a MSc project which came out, and now this is the most popular citizen science platform in the world. And even at this hour, you can see how many observations have been made all around the world. This shows really well how it goes around, and almost at this hour, there are 5,000 observations are being made and 12,000 identifications are being made. And actually, this is from a really kind of late stat. I guess it is from 2024, but right now it's more than this. So from today, you are going to be a part of that too. So when we are going through all these things, we need more people, just a couple of people, because this is something we are facing in Asia. And we always talk about that we need more people. We have a big continent, but we don't have a really good force of people. So we need more people. More people means more data, and more places mean more data and more species. The more species we observe, we can collect data for each of these species and get to know about them and get familiar with them really, really better. So this is just one piece of work that shows how many papers have been like published. The percentage of the papers has been published in different kind of studies. So you can see the climate change impacts to phylogenetic studies. Phylogenetic studies, phylogeny, biogeography, taxonomy, like the evolution-based studies. So from climate change to the biogeography means that's a really big impact. So all these data have been feed by iNaturalist data. So this is where actually like that might be a little data, like your observation can be about a little fly, but that can be a part of a huge global impact. So this shows how many papers, the percentage of the papers that have been published regarding the iNaturalist data. And this is just one single example to show you that you can see that 120 years of climate change impacts on Joshua tree flowering reconstructed, and more than 10,000 dinosaurs images have been used to do this study, and also from other sources too. So you can see that how these crowdsourcing platforms can be useful, and all these photos are from each individuals, like just one observation. But that one observation, one, two, two, three, four, five, or hundreds, thousands, all these contribute to get to know and understand about our ecosystem. So this is why we really have to use iNaturalist. We have to contribute and do our part for conservation. Everybody can contribute, everybody can join, and this is where iNaturalist is becoming really better place when it's come to nowadays conservation field and for the crowdsourcing platforms. So these are some other studies you can see, like as I told you, the phylogeny studies and everything. Like so many studies have been published by the iNaturalist data, and it's really making this even the scientific field really, really diverse. And this is something really small, but see, like high school students describe two new species of scorpions with California academic science. This is where actually citizen science is making the next generation of scientists. You can see two high school students obviously can't single-handedly just publish something, publish a new species. Even for the youngsters, like we come through like even by my experience, and I know here we have so many young explorers here at the meeting. So we all have come through different kind of really, really interesting observations, really interesting species. But how we are going to be connected with scientists and experts? So iNaturalist is a platform. We can make the connections with uh, experts, scientists, and then further do our research regarding the all these fauna groups, and whatever you like. So this is where the iNaturalist, that means the bridge between citizens and science, citizen science is coming in. So I can you can have a really good idea, and this is another news same like that. After 55 years, a lost bird species have been appeared back again by iNaturalist observation. So this is how it works. Actually, maybe you can randomly run into something which is haven't been like observed in 2200 years. So simply like this is where actually these platforms are really renowned, and experts are there to identify for you and give you the sources and to give you more details about the things that you are seeing. So this is a really good place to start your studies too. So simply, all together, iNaturalist is doing something really simple, 4 steps. First, observe. You just go around and see some butterflies, take photos, and then share it with iNaturalist community via iNaturalist website, via iNaturalist application, mobile application, and then you can learn. So I will show you how it works, and after learning, what happens is even your single observations are contributing to science. So this is the whole circle that we are going, and this is the whole all the steps of citizen science with iNaturalist. So let's quickly move into how we can start iNaturalist. I guess you got a really good idea about how iNaturalist is taking place and how big the work is happening with iNaturalist. So let's now go into how we can use iNaturalist actually. First, there are 2 ways you can use. First is the mobile application. Second one is you can use iNaturalist website. You can just have to type iNaturalist.com and just go there and you iNaturalist.org. Then you can go to the website, or you can go to your Play Store or App Store, then download iNaturalist. Simply, you just go there, install, then just like a usual social media platform, you just can give the email, password, and the username. And then actually, I want to especially mention you that when you open up if you are using your mobile phone, you can, when you open it, here, you can see at the up left corner, you should see your profile, like the username that you gave. Before that, actually, you are taking a verification code for your email. Then you can go there and verify your account, and then it will appear here. So simply please double check that. Otherwise, your observation won't be counted in your profile. So it's better first check once you made your account by following these steps. You can just go there and just see if your username is appearing. Just go there, have a quick profile picture there, and have a little description about yourself, and then make your application. So after that, actually, I'm going to show you that how you can add the observation via iNaturalist mobile phone. And here you can see there's a green color cross here. You just have to the add button. When you go to that, you can it will appear like this, and you can just go to your gallery, select some photos and different kind of photos, and just input the data that you have. And then it appears like this. You can see how many fields are here. You can see that there's a view suggestion bar, notes, dates, and time. Time is not much considered, but it comes automatically when you turn on your phone. It's come as a metadata automatically most of the time. And here the location and location visibility and captivated or cultivated. So here what happens is actually when you got a photo out of anything, actually understood is mostly means entirely focus on documenting wild organisms. So it's not about like uploading the domestic dog at your home or the domestic cat at your home or some kind of a flower plant your mom brought from a store. No, we just document the wildlife and the wild organisms. So if you add anything like that, like anything is not wild, which is captivated or cultivated, please have the tick here when you are uploading your observations. Otherwise, it will be kind of a misleading one. And actually, some identifiers can come and do this, but it's better if you can do this by yourself, because we have to like the identifiers have to add comments and ask you like what is happening, like is this captivated or cultivated. But So it's better if you can take the steps first. So here, simply, when you go to this suggestion bar, here you can see the date which automatically come. If it not comes, please add it here, and the location. When you add the location, you can go to the map and select the exact location and input the location right away. Or if you are using your phone, please always, when you're observing, always turn on your GPS, the location at your phone. Then like the automatically the location will be fed by the phone automatically to this observation, and that will be visible, and you need to even care about putting the location right away again and again for all the observations. So just turn on your GPS when you are going for observing and taking photos. So here notes, you can have something like maybe something supplementary, something like I saw this snail at the rain. Actually, it came after the rain and I went for observing. Or maybe you can mention about the plant that you saw. Maybe you can mention about interesting behavior, because this species here is Satella. This sometimes we call this as the dancing snail. When we touch it, it starts to dance like really a lot of moves. So like sometimes you can mention something like that, and then the identifiers come and just tell you that okay, this behavior is this, and like give you some details about it, and like that also help for the more identifications, that to like be sure about your identification more. So the in iNaturalist observation, the view suggestion bar is the most important thing, the best tool you can use. Because imagine you don't know anything about this. You just know this as a snail. That's it. Snail means gastropods. That's it. Snails. So you just go and click it, and there will be a, by the computer vision, there will be a wall list by using your photos. There will be a wall list which is like thinking like the automatically the computer vision will suggest you some of the texts that this organism can be. Here you can see the family level ID have been like came as like we are pretty sure it's in this family. So like simply, you can be sure, okay, this can be a family, but you can go there and then compare with those things too. Like you see the top suggestions. If you want to go into this, and you can use this option and just go and compare your photo with these taxon photos. Then you can compare like how the shell shape is here, how many walls are here, like different characters for different animal groups. So you can simply compare all these and come to a conclusion like, okay, this family can be. And remember, please, at any identification, please, like don't just keep this identification bar blank, because when if you are do that, that doesn't have a taxon, and the identifiers always search for the taxons. Like if you know this is a snail, just put this snail and just select what you know, and don't go for the unknown. That kind of, we are not really motivating to just keep it, and we are motivating all everyone to go for at least animals. Even that's fine. So here, actually, the family is correct. But if you exactly know about this species, you just can type the species name that you know about, that this is Satiella, then I know that this species like belongs to this genus. So I just type it and just select Satiella, and then it will appear like this. Like I can compare and see, okay, yeah, this looks similar. So this might be in this genus, this might be in this family. And I can see how distributed it is and see the distribution map and see like, okay, this has been recorded from India and also from Sri Lanka. So, okay, this should be the genus that I'm looking for. Then you can go for it and at the identification. Don't worry if you are wrong. Someone who has studied about these animals will come and just comment or disagree with your identification and will show you that, okay, this is not this species, this is someone else. Then you can learn. So the whole thing is about the whole learning experience. So here you can simply go and add the locations as I told you here, and simply once you upload the observations, you can go to the, if you did imagine like you input the wrong location, you just go to the edit option and then go and select different data and input different data. Like if it's not Talakale, you can input any other locations, go and change it. So simply you can do that. And if you think like if you miss to add cultivated or captive, So for any kind of organism, you just can edit that in this forum too by the edit observation field. So for the location visibility, don't actually think about that much, but simply it shows that if you are not sure about that showing the location is proper, sometimes some people like more privacy, like they don't like to show what is your home garden is, but it's completely fine. If you have some kind of doubts about that, you can have obscured for that one, and like it won't show the exact location, it will show a range, and within that the observation is there. So you can use those kind of things too. So simply like that, it's really simple. By the mobile application, you can simply go, and for the websites, actually, it takes a few steps, and I will show you step by step how to go. Simply for the, if you are making the new account via the website, you have to go to sign up, and then same like before, you just have to put these details, and then you are good to go. Before that, actually, we would like to show you how to upload an observation via the phone app of iNaturalist. I guess Ram can demonstrate it here by now and show you how to do that by the mobile application. Ram?
Yes. Okay, so how was it so far? Can you please, the participants, I would like to request participants to mention in the chat section. Was it useful? Did you learn? Do you have any questions? I would like to see your comments in the chat. Hey guys, are you there? I don't see anything in the chat section. Any questions so far?
Please ask if any questions. Can you report notifications? Yes, we will show you that.
Okay, so I'll request Ashwin to please keep a note of questions, and whichever can be should be answered currently about how to upload, we will take it now, or the rest of the questions we can take in the end. Okay, nice. Okay, so now I will request your attention, and I have shared my mobile screen with you all. So this is a photograph which I took yesterday. I don't know what it is. It looks like an ant or something, but looks like not an ant. Okay, so let's see what iNaturalist tells about it. So what I will do is, the first thing I will take pick the best photo, one photo which I think I should upload on iNaturalist, and ideally not just one photo. I can upload multiple photos. So let's say this photo looks good, so I want to upload. So one way to do is I can also go and use the share option on the phone. So you see, after you have iNaturalist, I can click on the iNaturalist. So you see here the iNaturalist as this option. So I will open iNaturalist like this. So this is one way. And as Pasindu told you, the other way to open iNaturalist is using your app directly. You can go and open iNaturalist. So by default, it will open a screen like this. Now here on the bottom right corner, there is a plus icon here. So I will click on this plus icon. You see the bottom right, I'll click on this plus icon. And then I will go to, let's say, take photo. And this is where I can click photos. But if I don't want to click the photos, I can also select photos from the choose image option here. So these are various options by which I can come to this screen, which is the screen from where I will start uploading my observations. Okay. So I told you there are various ways by which I can come to this screen. So let's say I am coming from here. So I click on share, and then I click on iNaturalist, and this is open here. So as I told you, I can also, so now on this screen, let's talk about all the sections which are mentioned one by one. So the very first thing on the top which you see, there is a camera icon, and there is this photo which was selected by me. So if I click on this camera icon, I can choose more photos, or I can take photo live, like, from my camera. I can also record a sound, or I can also choose a sound which was recorded on this phone earlier. So these are various options which I'm seeing here. I can also choose multiple photos here. But this current photo which is selected, this is not really a full screen photo, right? If you see, the insect is very small. So I can also click on the little pencil icon on the bottom left. Do you see it? So when I click on the pencil icon, I can actually, let's say, do like this. So you see now how the insect is coming on the full screen. So this is called filling the frame. So now my frame is filled. So now you can see this insect is actually visible very nicely. Otherwise, earlier there was a lot of, like a gap and the insect was not really focused properly. So this is one thing I would request you all to please make sure that all the photos you're uploading, they are nicely focused. The second line here says, what did you see? So this is what Pasindu was explaining to us just now. By clicking on this, it will give us suggestions. If I just know this is an insect, I can just put this is an insect. It looked like ant to me initially. I could have put ant, but I was not sure. So what we can do is, it says that, now read here, it says we are pretty sure this is in this genus and the genus name is Asian ant mantises. And then there are a few other suggestions, but I don't know about any of these entities. I don't really want to do look into that. If I want to compare, I can click on these arrow icons here and I can compare my photo. So this is my photo on the top and this is the photo of the Asian ant mantis on the bottom. I can click on the next arrow and then the next option will be shown here. This thing is not definitely this one. So it is not red weaver ant mimicking spider. So I will come back here and this says this is Asian ant mantis. So this is how you can explore if you click on these arrow icons on the suggestions here. But let's say I don't want to go into all that. I just want to pick that this is Asian ant mantises, and so I can click on the tick icon in the top one. But even if I don't want to do that, I can just say this is an insect. So I can just say here and I can type insect, and please select the third option which you are seeing here. The first one is unknown, we don't want that. The second one is insect, but again this is something which will go as a text only. But the third one with the photograph, that is a proper insect taxa which will be selected. After that, there is a section for notes. You can write anything you want to write about, whatever I want to say. If there is anything else I noticed that there were 4 of them, or let's say I saw it in a rainy season. So anything else which is relevant or might be useful, I can put it up here. On the next line, I see the date and time. It is coming automatically, and most likely it will come automatically. Just ensure that these details are there. And next, this is taking the location. Now the location has come here automatically because while I was clicking the picture, my phone had the GPS on. So if your GPS is off, the location will not show here. So you have to click on this, and then you can click on this icon and you can eventually move around. You can zoom in, zoom out, and then you can finally select. So this is how you can select the location. Then it says the visibility open. So as Pasindu was explaining, if I want to hide it, I can keep it private or I can obscure it. Means this will only show an approximate location. Then there is an option to say if it is captive or cultivated. So if it is not wild, then I will say this is captive cultivated, but this was wild. This is not captive cultivated, so I'm not doing any of these things. I need not to edit to a project, the last option. This was used earlier when we used to use something called traditional projects. But nowadays, your observation will be automatically shown in a project based on the date and time and your location and other details which you are providing. So the last option you can ignore. In the end, you click on this tick icon and your observation will be uploaded. So once I go here and I can just open my observation here, and then it will show my observation. So for example, this was one of my previous observations. I can click on the little pencil icon on the top right to edit. So now here you see there are 4 photos which I selected. I said this is a giant Asian mantis, again the same thing, and then other details are provided here. I can click right. So now you see this is a lizard's photo which I took and uploaded here. So these are the various things I can do. I can edit here, and then in the comments you will be able to see if others have mentioned something. So once you upload your photo, also come here and see what others are saying. So you see this pink highlighting thing saying 3 on the top right side here. So it means there are 3 comments or 3 identifications here. I can click on this. This is a butterfly which I uploaded. I said that I just know that this belongs to this particular taxonomic group, and then someone else came and then they provided identification here. So this is how you can see more details about something. So now you see here in this one of the observations, there is the 2, in the pink bar, there are 2 things, 1 and 3. So I click on this, and it means there is 1 comment by Ravuri, and then there is like some identifications. So whenever you see and comment, please come here and read the comment. So this person says, please add to Nectar's plant for Lepidoptera of India project. So this person, Raburi, is suggesting me that this observation is interesting. Please add it to this particular project. I was telling this is a different kind of project where we can add. But anyways, I don't want to draw your attention to what the comment is. I want to just draw your attention to the thing that there could be comments by others. Please come back here and see. Let's say if you've done something wrong, if your photo is not clear, if your location is not enabled, any issues are there, others will come and comment here. So this is your responsibility to check the comments and to respond to those comments. So this was all from my side. Uh, the demo of one observation uploading. So now I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll
Yeah.
give it back to Pasindu to continue with his presentation, where he'll be talking about more interesting and useful things. In the meantime, if you have any questions so far, please feel free to keep adding them in the chat section, or you can ask in the end. Over to you, Pasindu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ram. That was really cool. And I guess you guys got how to use the phone application, and like please use really wisely. It's so easy to use, and like there are so many advanced methods too. Like there's another app called Seek. Like maybe in the future with the NC, before NC, we will show you like how to use all these things together and go into more deep into this. So let's quickly go for how to use this web browser version. So as you see, you just have to search iNaturalist and you just go to the website, and here as I showed you previously, go to sign up and just start to make your observation. So start your account first. So you can see it's just as a just random social media account that we always like every day making, like give your email, username, password confirmation, and here actually please here you can add these kind of things and just carefully read all this and add the license, like to license your photos and to give your consent for the personal information and all the these things. And like it's really safe, and you can like depends on after making a profile, you can change the photography license according to your liking, and that's something more to going deep. So you just have to, for now I'm going and I'm just logging in. And this is the interface which you are looking at first. So you can see like your profile is your home button is here. That means your dashboard, and profile is here. Your observation can be seen here, and you can edit your observations here and different fields. Please observe yourself. And here you can see in the main one, you can see your observations. Simply, you just have to click it and you are going for your observations. If you haven't observed and you are a new user, it will be empty. So that means you have to start right now. So when you go to explore, you can see how all the world, like all around the world, have observed, and all the observations, species, identifiers, observers will be visible. And in your profile settings, you can add if you need to have just observations and the data regarding your regional base. I have always selected Sri Lanka because then it's so much easy for me. Just after login, I can start to do the identifying and adding observation, all of these things. You can see like even like 5 hours back, some people have observed and uploaded these things, and 3 hours back, 1 hour back. So that's how it works. So simply, I will show you how to upload an observations from an website. You can see the upload option here. You just have to click it, and then it goes something like this, and you can choose files here, or you can use more important option, or here add anything. You just have to, I usually just go for this one, choose files, and then you have to select the photographs that you are going to upload each by each. And actually, as I have taken photos by my camera, it's a bit heavy file, so I already uploaded them. Then after uploading the photos, you can see all these things. I'm going to show you different scenario here, how we can get the maximum out of using iNaturalist here. So you see that there are 5 photos, okay? But like you can see like this is what Ram told that Here, if I add this, I'm using a macro adapter. So there's a vignette line around there and a black color one. So actually, like that's not the subject that I want, right? I just want this little fly. I need this fly to be identified. So you just can crop it and then upload it like this. See, much details. You can slightly do a little edit and just so many details, because the more clear your photo, the more probability you can get a really good, maybe a more better identification. Like maybe depends on this photo, maybe it's just the family identification. Okay. But maybe if I take some really, really good macro shots and really good clear, maybe some supplementary notes regarding its behavior or maybe anything, like if you know about there's a fly group like called as Mitchell files who are like in a symbiosis relationship with spiders. So different kind of things. So like you can add more and more data and get a really good observation which has really big value. So here, actually, imagine like these two species, these two photos are kind of actually here. Wait a bit. I will re-upload it again. Yeah. So these are two photos. Actually, previously I had made it and okay. So you see that this is the same individual, right? So simply when we want to add more photos, as you saw in the mobile application, you have to each by each again go to the observation and add it. But here in the web browser, you can simply maybe like you can click it here, and as you know, you can press control and click this one too, or you just can drag it like this and it will be together. Here you can see the combine option. This combine all these media files into one observation. Remember, never upload different photos as different each observations, because it's not ethical and it's not really good, because it's the same effort after all. It's just like increasing your observation count, but we really don't need that. We need the qualitative observations all through this. So simply you just can combine these photos. If you take many photos of the single organism, you just can, and you can see that two photos are here. So simply you can combine all the media items into one single observations, and here you can see for the location, you can give a location here. Maybe I will just say Sri Lanka, and here it comes. And even here, you can like select different locations, like the exact location if you need. I can just put it around here. Like I got this photo from my home. So it's in Colombo district. So I just can give a observation GPS coordinate like this. So that's completely okay. But the more uh, better the location you can have, the more better identification you can reach. So like also it contribute more into scientific field. So here actually we don't need these kind of ones. Always try to crop. Crop means to give the best quality, and like even at these kind of observation it's good, but try to crop it and give a little slight edit and upload it. I will remove this. This was the same one, and here you can see I click it, and as I told you, the most useful tool, the computer vision identification session bar, you can see the genus have been given as argre. So here you can see like this is a babbler. Like if you know this is a babbler, you can definitely like add like, okay, this is a yellow-billed babbler. Okay, so I can just add as a yellow-billed babbler taxon right here. But you can see that the top slicer, if you don't know about nothing, you have a pretty sure suggestion here, a genus suggestion. You just can go here to genus taxon page, and you can just click your location here. You can add the location here. If you need India, you can, oh, wait. Here at the location, the filter by the location, you can just have the place you are looking for. Simply, if it's Sri Lanka, I add Sri Lanka, and I see that the genus is around here, but that's just the pretty sure genus there, right? We have two more species such. So maybe we can compare our media item with those two. So here, one species which has been suggested, jungle babbler, and the second one, yellow-bill babbler. So I added Sri Lanka here and Sri Lanka here, and actually in this species profile, you can go down and see how it has been distributed. All right, it's not, it haven't been like recorded from Sri Lanka, right? Okay, so now I can think like, okay, this is not, also this is from a urban area, so probably people should have been observed this kind of bird, especially. So you can see the area has been given as India. So simply I know, okay, this species is not what I'm looking for. So here, when you go to yellow-bill babbler profile, you can see so many observations in Sri Lanka and India too. And like now I can come to a conclusion, okay, this should be the species I'm looking for. So you just can just something, anything, like you can straightly can go with this species identification. If you are sure about that, you can just click these photos. If you are an amateur, it's a really good thing to take this as a learning experience. You can just go and compare each of these on the website. Benefit is the main benefit is that actually you can compare all these things really carefully. So you can like compare how the bill is there, how what are the colors, and like how the plumage, like different kind of characters, and then come to a conclusion that okay, I'm going to go with yellow bill babbler, and you can just select it and add it. And you see that you saw all these two birds are in the same species, to be honest. And like yellow-billed babbler, you can simply select both of these observations, and here you can add that single identification for both of these individuals, like the both observations. You just can type it here, yellow-billed babbler, and here simply you can click it, and here you go. You have the identification. And here you can see when you click it for the identification suggestion, it just doesn't give anything. As Ram told, you can just you can see that some suggestion tells that this can be a fly. If you are not sure if it's a fly, you just can go with insect and just add it. That's all. And so one of question I also saw that can we add bug marks and different kind of thing and the roadkills. So here actually when you click there, this is a butterfly pupa, and even these kind of organisms can be identified by this suggestion bar. You can see that the genus ID is really correct. That if you know about that, you can add it. If you are not sure about that, you know obviously this is a butterfly, you can go for butterfly. Or even if you are not sure about like this is a butterfly, you can simply go for animals. That's easy like that. You just can go with Animalia Kingdom. Just that's it. And I got all these photos from my home garden. So simply I can click it like here, and here you can see multiple edit multiple locations. You just go there and just give your location. So Paduka, and you can just give it. So here, no, you can add the nodes, and even for the individual ones, you can have the exact location. That's really good. If you can give the exact location, that's really great thing. And even here, I will show you some little thing here at the fields as one of the questions has been asked. If we can add roadkills, simply imagine this as a roadkill. I don't have currently any roadkill photos. Here you can see different fields are here. Please, like this is something I didn't think about to tell. I'm telling this because of the question. You can simply go here, like you see, likely cause of death. Go there, and you can see like different stuff has been added there. You can click vehicle, and that's a roadkill. So you simply can do, and for even for the roadkills, there are different things we can add. Like so many fields are there. Like the more data you put, the more value you can give to those observations. That's it. So simply when you are here, you can submit. And if you haven't input any of these three sections, any identification, any date, any location, it will give you an error saying that, okay, some of the fields are empty. So would you like to continue? Or would you like to edit or input those data? So just go there and fill those ones, and definitely please add any identification that you are comfortable with. It's okay. Insect can be an insect, can be an animal, can be a tree, can be a fern, can be anything. Even the scat marks can be uploaded, bug marks can be uploaded, so anything. So I will simply show, if you add any of this, you have another way to give more value to your observation. Here, I went to the observation that of the yellow bill babbler that we just now uploaded, and you can see all the data here. Remember, you just got some photos, but now the photo has GPS location and the observing time and all the data that you have been input, and it's also give all list here. Like you have contributed to all these projects. There are so many projects all around the world on iNaturalist. You can contribute to those, and here you can see the best identifiers. So if you are not sure if this is a yellow bill babbler, you can simply mention any of these, because these identifiers are the best 10 identifiers in iNaturalist regarding this species. You can go to comment and add mark and just type the identifiers username, and you just can ask something like the ID is 1030. Can you help me with this? You just get the support from an expert in the field. So simply you are being connected with a scientist or expert, someone who knows about this species. So simply what happens right away, just right now, is you are being connected with an expert, you are being connected with the scientific committee. So iNaturalist magic is right on the way, you can see. And if you want to save these observations, you can edit. And if you want to edit these things, you can simply go here and yeah, it will take a little time. And here, and same like the mobile version, like you can, but there are so many options here. You can add different ones here and edit it. It's that easy. The most important thing about after uploading observations is please come to these annotations. Here you can see, like, this is really important, because when you are filling each of these fields here, each of annotation, you are giving more and more value to your observation. Here you can simply say, like, if it's that roadkill, you can just have dead. Or if you are not sure about that, you can have cannot be determined. You can add alive. And here at the evidence of presence, simply if you are photographing a bone, yeah, simply it doesn't need to be alive. Anything related to organisms, wildlife organisms and living things can be added. So if it's a bone, you can add. If it's a construction, that means maybe like something with the materials of the animal, like maybe the nest, anything. And if it's an egg, feather, and organism is here, we can see the organism here, and scatma or the track. I made it organism here, and if you have more evidences of the species, you can add it additionally. So here life stage, I can add that. And for the sex, actually, I'm not sure, like I can't determine with this evidence, so like I'm not sure. You just can keep it here, and maybe another expert will come and like give it to you. Like I'm not sure, I'm not an expert on birds, so I can't identify this as male or female. So you just better keep it that way. And if an expert come here and see, okay, the evidences are not really enough for that to determine the sex, he will add this. So simply it's really easy like that. You have added most of the needed data. And here actually I'm not going to here. You can see there's I will show this thing, research quality grade. So research quality is like when you need two or more identifications, like people always come and ID your observations all the time. They just come and if someone is disagreeing with this identification, they can just come and just add the identification here, maybe like the genus and tell, okay, I'm not agreeing with this ID because of these reasons, and they can just point it out and show us that it's not really this species. So it's a whole new learning experience, and then you can move. So simply uploading a iNaturalist observation is that much easy, and you just can do it right away. And once you are done here, you can go to your observations and look at your observations and see all your map that you have added observations. You see that this consists all the places that you have been traveled, and even within the region, you can see what are the places that I have gone, and maybe plan your next trip somewhere where you didn't observe. So it's really cool. So I showed you, I guess you can now use this clearly how to use this web page. And I guess with that, actually, I'm going to move into the next part of my presentation. Ra?
Yeah. So in the meantime, maybe if people have questions, you can just keep it ready. We have some more portion to cover,
Yeah.
but I will request Pasindu to maybe make it quick and just quickly
Yeah.
walk through all of those things, and we will cover whatever questions comes. But for now, let's just try to wrap our presentation part within next 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, now I'm going to show you how to make a good observation. So Sri Ram showed you how to do it, like do the cropping, and now I'm going to show you like how good you can take the photos to contribute for iNaturalist. Simply make the observation, make the photos really clear, close, go close. Like, be careful if it's a snake, if it's something you are not aware of, please don't go near and go to the maximum range and just get a quick photo. That's it. Like, don't risk your life for the observations. So simply just take a clear, good shots and focus clearly, simply, and document the location. Remember to turn on your GPS, and maybe if you don't have those features, if your camera doesn't have a GPS coordinate device, you can manually remember or have a little note in your notebook saying like, okay, I saw this one here, and like that it's that easy. And add an identification for all the observations. Please add an identification again and again saying, because it's really important. So take cool clear photos and close ones. You can see like the first photo is like this, but this is something showing the habitat, right? We can't come to a conclusion about the identification of the organisms, and even we can't identify the person who uploaded this first photo, if he needed the identification of the grass, if he needed the identification of the flower, or maybe the identification of some organism which we can't clearly see it. Maybe there's a snake here, which we can't clearly see it. So simply crop and go to close and get a really good close-up photos, and take a few photos from few angles, and input all those photos into one observations. And here you can see like this blur photo is really not good, and it won't contribute and help you to get a good identification even with the computer vision identification system. So just get good focused and clear photos. And when you are taking photos of especially like these trees, just get the leaves and the wall organism photos, and if it had fruits and seeds, get those, and underside of the leaves. Same for the animals too. Get take a ventral shots, that's really good. Get some dorsal shots, get some lateral shots, get some close-ups. If it's a spider, try to have a close-up of the eyes. So how it works. So simply mostly, as we again telling you, please focus only on the wild organisms. Those are the important ones that we need, and please avoid the captivated and cultivated organisms. And we really that's not really doing or contributing the way. If you are adding anything, you can use those options to mark that as it's cultivated or cultivated or captive. So here you can add the location. Make sure you have turned on your GPS on your phone, and accept the location. Also try to get a photo of the habitat too, because sometimes that can be really useful to identify the organism too. And for different species groups, there are different kind of ways and the different shots that you can take. Simply like take as you are stepping in, if it's your first step, get photos as many as different angles and upload. Then ask from the experts like what are the exact details, what are the exact characters that I want to photograph. So they will tell you what to do. So simply when you go out, have a little jar, something transparent, then you can like, if you have a spider, you can take it into the jar, then like look around it and take some winter shots, take some good photographs and take your mobile phone with you and always be really, really careful, have boots when you go out during the night and like there can be snakes, there can be venomous spiders, anything. And remember, if you have a head torch, definitely take it. That will be really useful. Binoculars and all this. Like simply capture what you observe and collect data. Be a good citizen scientist. And see, I'm giving you a little example. If you don't have anywhere, you don't need to actually go for a forest reserve or a rainforest to have some photos. You don't need to go for a proper ecosystem. You have most of these even within your home garden. That means in your backyard. Simply, this is at my house. You can see that in this tree, there are a few endemic species and even different kind of species groups within this tree. Like this tree is being used by all these species to stay. So within that tree, actually in a 1 square kilometer, square meter, I can observe all this. I have observed all this, and like some of these are like really, really endemic species, especially this one. This is an SAR species. The whole genus is endemic to Sri Lanka. So simply you have your own biodiversity, your own ecosystem within your backyard, and not just the backyard, even within your house you have. This is my house, and you can see the ceiling, like around the ceiling and the windows. I have observed this, and you do have it. Even the little spiders count, and all the observations count, even the little ones. You just have to capture it and document properly. Simply, now I'm at my study room. The next room, I have a little storeroom, and we have this bat colony which is critically endangered. And imagine having a critically endangered bat species within your house and your house being a protected area. Like, it's really cool, isn't it? Like, this is what actually first made sparked in my journey, like using iNaturalist. Like, I got to know about this bat species, and then we published a little abstract regarding this. And maybe even in your house, there can be really undocumented new species, rediscovered species. There's a chance. So that's how it works. Like, actually, I got the chance once I got to know about the scientists. That's what iNaturalist does. Get to know and making the bridge between the citizens and scientists and motivating them to contribute for science. So simply, I started to be a member of this bat echolocation group, which is our group is studying bat ecology and echolocation calls different fields in the bat ecology. And we actually now I'm contributing them as a research assistant and being a part of the scientific publications too. And this is just a simple another observation. Actually, it hasn't been still documented squirrel feeding on spider eggs. And like this was just from a simple home garden setup from Kandy in Sri Lanka. And one of my friends saw it and showed me, and we published a little piece of scientific contribution and contributed to science. So that's how it works. Every single observation matters. Simply, you can mark all the way you go. As I told you, if you are going for trips, this is your digital eco footprint. Like if you can go all around the world, travel all around the world, but like imagine like when it's after years, you don't really remember. But if you have this iNaturalist map, you can just go for each of the observation and say, think and like recover your memory. Okay, once I saw this one, actually I remember that this happened, this happened. So actually, this is a whole journey of yourself and documenting your life journey with biodiversity and making your connection with biodiversity. So this is why iNaturalist is crucial for you to use as a person, you are as an enthusiast on nature. And simply deepen the connection to nature, which iNaturalist is exactly doing, and be a part of the community. This is a community over 2.5 million people around the world. This is a world community who love nature and who love to contribute. So here's your chance. This is where you should start. And as you can see here, you see that the all the other nations like the North American regions, like these spaces are like such reddish, right? But look at our Asian continent. It's not much as diverse. Like this is one of the most diverse continents, but we haven't documented our proper biodiversity. So this is our chance, and this is why we are all doing that. And this is why Asian Nature Challenge is really, really crucial. You can contribute to have our continent reddish and have more observation, have more species, and document this biodiversity and contribute for species monitoring. This is why all our Asian region is here talking about this, because we need more people, we need more observations, we need more species, we need your help. So this is why we have organized this Asian Nature Challenge. Observations will be from October 3rd to 6th, and the identification period will be 7 to 12. There will be so many news regarding the Asian Nature Challenge, and you will hear about them. Please stay connected and be prepared to have an amazing adventure. Like this is your chance to contribute to science, and this will be a world new journey. Remember, I told you today, this will be unimaginable and you will be addicted to iNaturalist. I'm pretty sure about that. If you are love nature, you will be addicted to iNaturalist and help us to document Asian biodiversity. And I hope you all got something, and something for final reminder. Each of observation has its own story. Like here, please, not just the sightings, in every observation, look at the behind story, look at how it works, and try to understand this connection of this work with biodiversity and make your connection with biodiversity. So I hope you guys actually learned something new, and it was, if you have any questions, I guess it's time for you to ask. Thank you.
Wow, what a presentation. Can I please request all the participants to use the react feature on Zoom and like give a big round of applause to Pasindu. Okay, so that was really very useful. I also learned many new things from Pasindu today. I hope you all learned as well. We have around 15 more minutes in this session. So I think most of the questions which were asked in the chat section has been answered by our team. But if you have more questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask now. In the meantime, I'll request Ashwin to maybe put the link of the WhatsApp group or WhatsApp community again. So as Pasindu showed you that we have this Asian Nature Challenge program coming up, and you all might already be aware of it. You can simply go on the website and you can register as a participant there. That registration is nothing just for the communication purpose, but in essence, what we really need from you is that during the period of Asian Nature Challenge, which is from October 3rd till 6th, wherever you are in Asia, please capture photos of wildlife around you and upload it on iNaturalist. This will automatically be counted for the Asian Nature Challenge, and you'll be able to see more information on our website. You can connect with us on our WhatsApp community. The link is given in the chat section here. In the community, you will be able to see more groups there. So there is one group called iNet Tech Help. So if you need any help related to the technicality of the iNaturalist app, you can use that. There is one group for ID Help. So if you want to use the, like if you want to ask people what is the identification of certain thing which you have uploaded there, you can ask in that group so that others can take a look at it on priority. So that was one. But in the meantime, yeah, the floor is open for questions and answers now. Just one thing, we will be sending an email after this session is over with the link of the recording and also with few other useful links related to Asian Nature Challenge and iNaturalist. Yes, if you would like to ask questions, I request participants to unmute yourself and ask. And if you just want to give feedback, if you learned something new today, if you found it exciting, what are your plans of using iNaturalist next? Or if you have anything, you can ask now or talk now.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, just a comment. So I feel this is fascinating. Thank you. This feels like one of those few things that we can actually do and not just observe. So people who are passionate about nature can actually do something about it and make something of our passion. I also feel like this can be used as a form of activism. So in places which are under the threat of development, unnecessary development, we can, if we make all these records of biodiversity there, that can make the case to conserve these spaces and look after them. So I'm very glad you have done this Zoom call, and I look forward to the recording to share it with other people. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I will give a little comment for that one too. Actually, we did that at my home school. You can like just search Homaga Mahindra Rajapaksa School Fauna Biodiversity Survey. And actually, we used iNaturalist to document our school biodiversity and gave all our authorities that, okay, we have this biodiversity and we have to protect it, because then our school will be really like more important and biodiversity conserved. So like we did that, and actually now when we are making more buildings inside our school, every time like we are considering to conserve the green spaces which has more species diversity. So definitely we can do that, and please use it. Thank you.
Yes, and here is the Asian Nature Challenge website. So please go to the website and you will find an option to sign up as an observer. So I'm sharing this link in the chat section where you can go and check out the website and register. Okay. Anything else anyone wants to say? You can unmute yourself. You can turn on your video. We'd like to hear from you. Okay, it looks like we are all clear. Either we are very clear or nobody understood anything. I don't know which one.
There are some questions in the chat box. One person is asking, can older images be uploaded from 3rd to 6th October? Do we have to click it during those 3 days, or can we upload older images?
Yeah, so basically, when it comes to iNaturalist, you can upload any picture at any point of time. But for this particular Asia Nature Challenge, all the pictures which are taken during this period will be counted for the challenge. You can take the picture during this period and upload it even in the week after that. So you will find the exact details of the dates. I think till 10th of October is when you can upload your photos, but the photos has to be taken between those 4 days. And the reason for this is that there's something called BioBlitz. We use this term BioBlitz. So where we want everyone to come together and document biodiversity from all parts of the, like the area where we are conducting the BioBlitz. So it is just from that purpose. But in general, you are most welcome to upload your photos from any date. But for the purpose of the challenge, only the photos which are taken during those 4 days will be counted.